Chapter 16. Movies Run in the Family. I make a deal with Margot. If I read the first chapter of one of my summer reading books, she'll give all the Mustangs a break and get us out of Fraction Friday. As much as I don't want to read one of the books, I really don't want to have some fake contest with one of the other camp groups about fractions and percentages. I settle on my bed with Bodhi and try the whole movie thing Margot taught Carly and me a few weeks ago. It's harder to do without Margot here, but I take my time, trying to picture every little detail of the story. I even try to predict what might happen in the next scene. I make it halfway through the chapter before I have to take a break. Bodhi puts his front paws on my chest, and I soak in the cool breeze coming from the open windows. I grab my markers and sketchbook and check out all the illustrations I've done so far this summer. As I look through the drawings, I get an idea. I hold the book in one hand and flip through the pages like one of those old fliporamas, and suddenly the story of my summer appears like a movie. Mom vaulting over the laundry, me rummaging through the attic. I feel a little like Carly, eager to find a teacher because I can't wait to show Margot my vocabulary word fliporama. But there's something else I have to show first. Dad is whacking weeds alongside the driveway when I show him my new invention. He pulls off his headphones, wipes the sweat from his hands, and flips through the book himself. "I used to make these all the time when I was your age," he says. "I wish I'd thought of it as a way to study vocabulary words. Would have saved Mrs. Patrick from yelling at me all the time." I wipe the edges of my conversations about Ginger the hedgehog, but not much else. When Mom pulls up, I'm surprised to see Carly approaching our car. "What are you doing?" I ask. My mother answers for her. "Maria called and asked if I could pick up Carly today. By the time we got her back, Maria will be home from work." Thankfully, Carly doesn't try for the shotgun seat and slides into the back. We haven't hit the 405 when my mother asks Carly about her summer reading. "I keep telling Derek he would love one of the books on our list," Carly says. "This boy and his dog meet this guy with a—" "I worked hard today. Can we talk about something else?" I ask. Carly changes the subject by talking about her mother's landscaping company, and when we get to her house, I see she isn't exaggerating her mother's talents. Pink hibiscus weaves its way along the fence, and huge bushes of rosemary surround two palm trees on either side of the front door. Carly has to tell me what kind of plants they are. Even though the smells want to coax me from the car, I still ask my mother if I can wait outside. She says Carly's mom will be home in a minute and insists I come in and wait with Carly. "This wasn't my idea," Carly whispers as she unlocks the door. "In case you think it was." Soon, Carly's mom pulls up in a small red pickup. She has long dark hair like Carly's. When my mom accepts an iced green tea from her, I know we'll be here longer than a minute. Carly asks if I want to see Ginger. I follow her to the living room where the hedgehog's crate takes up most of the table. She nibbles at the carrot Carly gives her, then walks to the other side of the cage. "Can your mom look at her?" Carly asks. "I want to make sure she's okay. She didn't eat much yesterday either." She hands me a glove, probably one her mother uses to landscape, and I take Ginger out of the crate and hold her like we're back in school. Mom comes in and examines Ginger. I haven't seen a hedgehog as a patient in years. I'm not much of an expert, but if you bring her in, I can call a colleague with more experience. It might be the change in location. They hate to be moved. Carly nods and I put Ginger back in her cage. My mom and Mrs. Rodriguez head back to the kitchen. "Hey, did you want to see what I made?" Carly asks. I tell her sure, but inside I'm thinking, if this involves dolls, tea parties, or karaoke, I'm grabbing onto that huge spider plant in the living room, smashing through the window, rolling onto the landscaped lawn and sprinting the whole way home without looking back. Carly leads me down to the playroom in the basement. The entire room is laid out in grids of fishing line crisscrossed from floor to ceiling. Because the lines are clear, they almost seem invisible. There are at least 50 of them, all fastened to the wall with wide, clear tape. You made this? I ask. She points to the other side of the room, where a crystal bowl is upside down on top of a stool covered in purple velvet. I'm pretending this is a famous museum, and that's the largest diamond in the world. She nods toward the fishing line. This is the alarm system, and I'm a burglar. I have to get to the diamond without triggering any of the motion detectors. Not that I would ever say so to Carly, but I am very impressed. She tosses me a black ski mask and tells me to give it a try. I slip on the mask in limbo under the first line with no problem, but nail the second one with my shoulder. I make 3 more attempts before she asks for a turn. She puts on the mask, takes a deep breath, and moves across the room like a hybrid gymnast/feline. The image makes me think of Joe Brennan and his stupid fantasy stories. But the person I really want to show this to is Matt. He and I could play this game for hours, hands down. Carly makes her way under the intricate web of detectors until she reaches the stool. She bends under the last one like she's going deep underneath a limbo pole, then turns, ever so slowly, to lift the fake diamond into her hands. I can't help but applaud. She puts the bowl back on the stool and removes her mask. I've had a lot of practice, she says. You want to try again? This time I take off my sneakers before slipping on the mask. When my mother calls down, I ask if we can stay a little longer. She seems surprised, but says yes. Carly shows me a few tricks, and by the time we leave an hour later, I've stolen the diamond twice. I scan the room one last time. You built this yourself and you read all the summer reading books? She shrugs. It wasn't that hard. Somehow that just doesn't seem fair. Is that what my summer has come down to? Getting my butt kicked by the school's goody two-shoes?